Make the commitment. Lay it all on the line. Let's go work.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lakeland Laker football on LaGwanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Keith Thompson, and tonight we're coming to you from Laker Field in LaGrange, where Coach Ryan O'Shea's 1-5 Lakeland Lakers will battle the West Noble Chargers. The Lakers are coming off a defeat against Central Noble last week as the Cougars came away with a 35-14 win over the Lakers on Central Noble's gridiron. On the other side of the field, veteran head coach Monty Mayhorter, West Noble Chargers are still seeking their first win of the 2020 season. The Chargers were shut out by Garrett last Friday by a score of 21-0 and bring an 0-6 record into tonight's action. Both Lakeland and West Noble are winless in the Northeast Corner Conference Big Division, and that winless streak will end for one of these teams here tonight on the Laker gridiron. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following organizations and businesses. Lakeland Title Company on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. The staff at Lakeland Title has a combined 85 years of experience as title and escrow closing agents. By LaGrange Church of God, putting light in dark places. Located on North Detroit Street in LaGrange. By Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. They sell earth and everything on it. By Antera Credit Union, their branch in LaGrange will be opening soon. Also by May Funeral Home, helping you to honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. By Lakeland Realty, when you're ready to sell your home, call broker Trent Curtis at 260-350-4477. Also by Ripcord Media Production. They are storytellers and they want to tell your story. By Coldwell Banker, the real estate company. Noel Frost Broker. Call Noel at 260-585-4112. And our platinum and halftime sponsor is Superior Rigging and Erecting. See owners and former Laker alums and athletes Scott Harsberger and Jared Weimer for your next building project. They love serving their community and always hold a special place in their hearts for Lakeland athletics. And our individual sponsors are Brett and Melissa Bateman. Coach Thompson and I will be back to talk about the upcoming game tonight, Lakeland doing battle with West Noble, right after this timeout.
Always shining brighter into others. Here at LaGrange First Church of God, we always try to put light into dark places by loving and caring for one another. We all have experienced hurts, habits, or hang-ups, but we serve an almighty God who cares for us and loves us. and He can do immeasurably more than we could ever ask or imagine. If you're interested in connecting with us, check out our app, our website, or find us on Facebook. We hope to see you Sunday.
You have a story to tell. It may be your product, it might be your business, or it may be the biggest day of your entire life. You have a story to tell, and we want to help you tell that story. Ripcord Media Production.
Jerry Hostetler with Keith Thompson back with you at Lakeland High School, where we're getting set for football tonight. The Lakers hosting the West Noble Chargers, and got a good start to the evening, Coach. We had a nice rainbow off to the north there.
Yeah, it's a
kind of disappearing now, but
yeah, it's a football sign of the football gods.
There you go. But what team will it be good luck for?
Well,
it's got to be the home team, right?
Well, you're hoping for the home team. Something's got to break. We have West Noble scored 21 points all season.
Right.
Only one offensive touchdown, which I'm not sure I've ever heard of that before. Only one offensive touchdown through 6 games, and then the Lakers are giving up 36 points a game.
Right.
So someone's got to feel better about their offense or defense tonight, I'm assuming.
Well, let's hope so. Yeah. So last year, Coach Mayweather had his team, took them all the way to the sectional, and they were defeated by Mishawaka Marion, which was their only defeat of the entire season. They finished up at 10-1. So this is a big change for West Noble this year.
Well, that's kind of the way West Noble goes. They have a really, really good team for a year or two, and then they kind of go through cycles. They have their JV team is undefeated at the moment, and I believe their junior high teams are undefeated at the moment. So I talked to Monty the other day, and I said, you know, if I was ever 0-6, I never was 0-6, thank goodness, but I probably would have been looking for the nearest school bus to jump in front of. But you know, he's just a happy guy and said, we'll be better next year. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, and he is coming off actually the 10-1 season was the best in his 22 years that he's been there, 21 years, I guess. This is his 22nd season coaching West Noble football. So it's, yeah, he's going from 10-1 to 0-6.
Yeah.
So,
famine, feast to famine.
Yeah, feast to famine, exactly.
But they've had a lot of injuries. They've had some COVID issues. They've had some kids get in trouble. So I think Coach Mayweather and Coach O'Shea need to get together and write a book about
yeah, no kidding,
about what can go wrong during a football season.
Well, there's no doubt they both had some adversity in the early part of the season, and it's kind of carried through now. Of course, Lakeland is still missing Braden Bontrager, one of their better receivers and defensive players, so that's a big hole for Coach O'Shea to work through. And as you mentioned when we were talking before the game started, number 20, let's see, Gustavo
Taylor is back.
Right, and so he'll be back tonight, and he's one of their better players. And
yeah, Monty says he's their best player, and he hasn't played since halftime of the first game of the year.
Yeah, so that's another thing. You were saying that they suffered some injuries even before before the half in that first game.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see what he adds to the mix.
So it's definitely football weather here tonight. Nice and cold. And
it's a little chilly. I'd probably be out there in shorts. In my youth, definitely, I would have been out there in shorts. But
yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't wear shorts tonight.
I'm not. As I've gotten a little older, I've gotten a little smarter.
Yeah, well, it should be a great ball game tonight. Lakeland looking for a win. Of course, their only win of the season came earlier this year against the Prairie Heights Panthers right here at Lakeland High School by a score of 27-13. So tonight it's West Noble and Lakeland doing battle in this Northeast Corner Conference big conference battle here on Laker Field. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this timeout.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Shine LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
Superior Rigging and Erecting in LaGrange is a proud sponsor of Lakeland High School athletics. Lakeland grads and former Laker athletes Jared Weimer and Scott Harsberger love serving their community and always hold a special place in their hearts for Laker athletics. See Jared and Scott at Superior Rigging and Erecting just west of LaGrange on US Highway 20, or call them at 260-336-3225. Back at Lakeland, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors, the West Noble Chargers, under the direction of Monty Mayhorter, who's compiled a 93-123 win-loss record in his 22nd year at the helm of the West Noble Chargers. Offensively, he'll go at left tackle with Carl Hagerman, a 6'1", 213-pound senior. At left guard will be Lucas Baker, a 6'1", 210-pound junior. Zane Patrick, a 5'10", 224-pound junior. The right guard is Brian Flores, a 5'7", 205-pound senior. At right tackle will be Andrew Sagers, a 5'10", 195-pound sophomore. At a wing position will be Peter Bradley, a 6'1", 185-pound junior. Quarterback will be Derek Sloan, a 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. And at another wing will be Jalen Gonzalez, a 6', 158-pound junior. At one of the split ends will be Adam Nelson, a 6 foot even 175-pound junior. Running back Gustavo Taylor, who we spoke of earlier, 5'7", 150-pound senior. And at another split end position will be Hunter Foreman, a 5'9", 150-pound senior. Defensively, the Chargers line up this way. At a defensive end will be Zach Beers, a 6'1", 205-pound sophomore. Nose tackle will be Brian Flores, a 5'7", 205-pound senior. Another defensive end will be Braxton Pruitt, a 6'2", 210-pound junior. Outside linebacker will be Efrain Salas, a 5'10", 170-pound senior. And Coach Mayhorter has a scorpion. It's called that will be playing in that position will be Jose Cervantes, a 5'7", 150-pound senior. And at the bandit position, Randy Villanueva, a 5'10", 195-pound junior. Another outside linebacker will be Peter Bradley, a 6'1", 185-pound junior. Cornerback will be Aiden Zavala, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore. At one of the tackles, Brian Flores, a 5'7", 205-pound senior. Free safety, Hunter Foreman, a 5'9", 150-pound senior, and Colby Knox, a 5'10", junior, will be at the other cornerback position. Now taking a look at the starting lineup for the Lakeland Lakers. Offensively, they'll line up with number 65, Josh Golden, at one of the tackle positions, a 6'2", 265-pound senior. At a guard, number 59, Marcus Randall, a 5'8", 210-pound senior. Center will be Jensen Miller, 5'11", 255-pound junior. At right guard will be Miguel De La Paz, a 5'10", 300-pound senior. Right tackle will be Jaron Fry, a 6'4", 270-pound senior. Wide receiver will be Cole Shifley, a 5'10", 145-pound junior. Quarterback will be Colton Isaacs, 5'11", 185-pound senior. At the other wide receiver position tonight will be Owen Troyer, 5'9", 140-pound sophomore. Correct that. Dion Marshall, a 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. And let's see, taking a look at the tight end position will be covered by Brock Moraves, number 26. Bryce Ellishouse will be in the backfield, number 32. Wide receiver Cole Shifley. Mark Berlew will be at another wide receiver position. And that will do it on offense for Lakeland. Defensively, they line up this way. Number 77, Mikael Delapaz, will be at one of the defensive end positions. Nose tackle will be 64. It won't be Leo tonight. It's probably going to be Marcus Randall. Leo has an injury and won't be able to play tonight. Jared Fry will be at the other defensive end position, the senior. Number 32, Ellishouse, will be at inside linebacker, and the other inside linebacker will be Carlos Espino, number 35. Outside linebacker will be Evan Clark, number 55. Mark Berlew, number 7. And one of the cornerbacks, Cole Shifley, number 6. And also Owen Troyer, number 30. Safeties will be Colton Isaacs and Dion Marshall. So that's a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. And I believe we talked about Munoz' injury before we went on the air, but what's going on with Leo? He's out of the starting lineup tonight.
Well, Leo injured his ankle last week, and he just said he just can't go. So
it's during the game.
Been cleared. It was during last week's game.
Okay.
Well, one defensive change that was made this week for the Lakers. Cole Shifley's been starting the entire season at safety, and Dion Marshall's been starting at corner. And this week they flipped those two. Thought that that would give them some better coverage in the secondary. So that'll be interesting to see how that works, if they can figure out new positions in a week. Well,
yeah. Hopefully it'll work out for the best for the Lakeland Lakers. So last week they were down at Central Noble and were defeated 35-14. So another tough loss for the Lakers on the road. Central Noble, not as good as they have been in the past in some of the years, but they handled the Lakers pretty well last week.
Well, the Lakers started off really well, had a nice drive to start out the game. About a 6-minute drive, went down and scored. And then defensively, they thought they had them stopped on the first drive, and I believe they went for it on fourth down, if I remember correctly, and they ran an option, and they covered a quarterback, but someone forgot to cover the pitch man.
Oh.
And the pitch man went about 50 yards for a touchdown, and I think Central Noble really stepped up and played better in that game than they probably had. They have a running back that named Hoover that I thought was really physical and really ran hard, and he's also very good on the defensive side of the ball. So kudos to Central Noble. They have a brand new young coach down there, and they probably played their best game last week, I think.
And they defeated the Lakers 35-14. So the Lakers are looking to get back in the win column this week against the West Noble Chargers right here at Laker Field. The Lakers and West Noble are both winless, as I mentioned in the intro. Lakeland 0-2 in the conference, and West Noble 0-3. Of course, Lakeland 1-5 overall, and West Noble 0-6 at the bottom of the Big Division Conference. So both teams rebuilding a little bit this year, and it's been a weird year anyway because of COVID. So it seems like there's more injuries, and of course you've had to battle the COVID illness too. All the teams have, as far as that goes, and so not a normal year by any means.
Oh, they've had good weather.
Yeah, they have. That's one.
Except
that's
for
one
last night,
positive.
the Lakers practiced inside. It rained a little bit. And they practice inside, but
wow.
they have had really good weather. It hasn't been extremely hot and haven't had a lot of rain so far.
No, not at all. This is the coolest evening we've had, but this is good football weather.
And every game night has been a nice football night. Maybe a little warm the
That's
first
right.
game, but you're going to have that in August.
We haven't had any rain at all, at least at the Lakeland home games this year. So it's been a wonderful year as far as that goes.
Something's got to fall right this year, right?
That's right. Yeah, something's got to be positive.
Might as well be the weather unless you're in Florida or California.
Yeah, I don't think they like this very well. So we'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this quick timeout.
Night to Shine is a prom for those with special needs 14 and older, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and held worldwide on the same night every February. LaGrange First Church of God is honored to be a host church for this amazing event, celebrating 5 years this coming February. We would like to thank the businesses who give so generously every year to make this night possible. We truly could not do it without your support. We also want to thank the hundreds of volunteers who served that evening. Be sure and check out our Facebook page at Night to Shine LaGrange, Indiana on how you can get involved and help be the light.
Back at Lakeland High School. Jerry Hostetler along with Keith Thompson here for Lakeland Laker football tonight, as the West Noble Chargers have come to visit the Lakeland Lakers and do battle here on the Laker football field. So what do you think are some of the keys in tonight's game for the Lakers to be successful?
Well, offensively, we stated West Noble just has not been very good at all. They're averaging 6 points a game, and 2 of those they've scored 3 touchdowns all season. 2 of those have been on kickoff returns.
Wow!
And so only 1 offensive touchdown. So obviously the Laker defense is going to have to keep the averages where they are.
Right.
So if they come out and play well, it's going to be difficult for West Noble to move the ball. Although with Gustavo Taylor back, I'm assuming he's 150 pounds, so I'm assuming he's a speed back. Coach Mayorder says he's their best player. So obviously keeping him contained and keeping them from getting any confidence going. When you're 0-6, we always talk about reminding the other team that they were 0-6 and not giving them any confidence. So defensively, it'll be interesting to see how the Lakers come out. And offensively, at times the Lakers look pretty good. There are times the passing game looks pretty good, and we've run the ball better lately. And Malivon's back today. I know he and Allshouse will be alternating at the tailback spot.
That should help, definitely.
So it's kind of a power back, and then you put a burner in to loosen them up a little bit. So it'll be easy, or it'll be. Nothing's going to be easy. I know Coach Mayorder was pleased with how they played defense last week against Garrett. So it'll be interesting to see if the Lakers can get some momentum. I kind of think the Lakers should have an advantage in this game, but
right.
One team's 0-6 and one team's 1-5. You're not quite sure what's going to happen.
Right. Well, I really like that 1-2 punch in the backfield with Malivon being the speed guy back there, and then Bryce Allshouse after he returned from injury. That's, I think, a real asset for Coach O'Shea to have those guys in the backfield. But Colton Isaacs is also a multi-talented quarterback. He can rush and he can pass the football, and he's right behind Malivon in the in the rush leadership. Cameron's rushed 67 times for 307 yards, and Colton's had 305 yards rushing. So the quarterback is one of the top rushers. Now our national anthem. And we're just about ready for the kickoff for tonight's football game. Lakeland and West Noble doing battle here. Chilly evening in LaGrange. Good football weather. Good to have you along tonight for Lakeland Laker football. Jaron Fry out on the field. He's going to be kicking off for the Lakers as I believe Lakeland won the toss and they deferred.
They deferred.
So West Noble. Jared will be kicking to the south goal.
It's like got number 3, Hunter Foreman back, and is that number 5 or number 15?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to pick up. Yeah, it's 15.
Number 15. Colby Knox.
And over end kick is going to be picked up by Hunter. And he'll take it up to close to the 25-yard line before he's brought down there by a host of Lakeland Lakers. That was Derek Sloan with the return. No, it was Foreman.
Hunter Foreman.
Okay,
Hunter Foreman
so I had it
with the
right
return.
the first time. 3, yeah, I was looking at number 5. Hunter Foreman is or Derek Sloan is our quarterback. Ball marked right on the 24, so 1st and 10 for West Noble as we get underway.
He's starting a freshman. Freshman quarterback number 2, Drew Yates.
Oh, Yates is a quarterback. Okay. Yep. Yates, a 5'7", 130-pound freshman. Takes a snap, quick handoff, goes to Taylor, and he finds some running room over to the left side, still on his feet, and he's finally chased and pulled down from behind by Colton Isaacs over midfield all the way down to around the 45-yard line before he's finally pulled down.
Well, I guess Monty was right. That is his best player.
It appeared that way in the first play from scrimmage.
He has some speed. He has
about a 30-yard run there, Coach.
Yeah. That might be more yards they've had in 3 weeks.
So Yates has his team out again. The lone setback.
Number 20 again.
Is Gustavo Taylor. This time he's hitting the backfield, and he's brought down for a big loss. Back over midfield down into West Noble territory.
Yeah, Miggy De La Paz got upfield and screwed that play up. Nice job by DeMixter.
Ball's marked just shy of the 49-yard line in West Noble territory, so big loss. 2nd down and 15 to go now for West Noble.
Well, Coach Mayorder told me that he started a freshman last week. Then he didn't have him listed as the starter this week, so
yeah,
he must have changed his mind in the locker room.
Apparently did. Once again, the handoff goes to Taylor, and he's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play for West Noble.
That's a good job by Colton Isaacs coming up from a safety spot. Jaron Fry got a little push on the offensive line to bubble him back a little bit. So that was a good job by Jaron.
Colton's the one that saved the touchdown on that tackle on the breakaway run by Gustavo Taylor on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, Colton's been playing back there for 3 years. He's probably seen about everything you can throw at him.
He knows what he's doing. 3rd and 16, we'll call it. And a pitch this time. Now we go on a reverse.
Uh-oh.
And finding some running room down the sidelines, getting
down.
some good blocking as Colby knocks, and he's finally brought down inside the 15-yard line.
I got a flag on number 3 for
holding.
I don't know if it's holding or blocking the back.
So that'll be coming back a little bit.
Should still be a first down.
Right. So that'll bring it back to the 20, let's see, it's going to be Mark's going to be around 37-yard line. Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
So Monty's running a reverse here in the first quarter. He's pulling out all the stops.
Anything he can do to get a win.
Yeah, when you've had one offensive touchdown all season, you're gonna
There'll be a big celebration here if they get a touchdown.
Watching NFL games, drawing things up.
Yeah, no kid. Learning from the big guys. Sloan now in the ball game. He's split wide right. Now hitting the backfield. Good
nice
tackle.
job by Evan.
It was Evan Clark. Yep. Tackled at the 40-yard line. So another loss on a play. 4th and 5, and West Noble will be going for it here in Lakeland territory at the 40-yard line.
It's kind of difficult to run a quick pitch and not block the outside linebacker.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve on this 4th and 5 play. Back to pass now is Yates.
He's open.
And wide open and catching the football is Dubree. And he's, tackled and ball's recovered by Lakeland. It would have been Lakeland's football anyway, but so that it was recovered by.
I actually did not see.
Okay. Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out, but.
Lakeland will take over at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
I think if we get a referendum at Lakeland, we're going to have to put a big replay board here so we can
see, yeah.
We can see things.
It's on the other side of the field. We can't see that far. Isaacs has his team ready. Hands it off to Alshouse on the first play from scrimmage offensively for the Lakers, and he plows for about a yard or two on a play. Oh, he fumbled it. So it's going to be a turnover as West Noble recovers on the fumble. And they're back where they were, right around the 40-yard line in Laker territory.
I thought they were awful excited for just
I thought, what?
making a stop for no gain on first down.
So we switch it around again. West Noble 1st and 10 from the Laker 40. Once again, the freshman Yates comes out at quarterback. Takes a snap. He's going to take it himself on the quarterback keeper and gets enough blocking for a gain of around 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 on the run by Yates. Little guy, it's only 5'7", 130. Yates has his team set.
I'm not sure they were set long enough.
Taylor gets the handoff, takes it to around the 5. Yeah, that was quick. So it'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, 77. Miggy De La Paz came back for that tackle.
So West Noble knocking at the door here. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Let's see if the Lakers can get a turnover.
Lone setback again is Taylor. Keeper again for Taylor, and he takes it down to about the hash mark around the 3-yard line. before he's brought down.
That's going to be kind of scary to be a freshman weighing 130 pounds to run into. You have Jaron Fry at 260 and.
Yeah, that
and, would. Miggy's got to weigh 3. I don't know what Miggy weighs.
Well, they have him listed at 3, but
yeah, I think that's being generous. And then you got Alex Pelham in there who weighs good 250, 260, and that kid weighs. They fall on him, he's going to be skinnier.
Yeah, no kidding. He'll flatten him out. And the handoff goes to Taylor again. He takes it down shy of the goal line, but not by much.
That's 4th down.
So.
Or is it 3rd down?
No, I think it's 4th. No, they got the 1st down, probably. It's close. They could get a first down. They still could get a 1st down, couldn't they, before they score a touchdown?
No, they got a 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and goal. Looks like it's inside the 1-yard line. So Lakeland will see what they can do on defense here to stop it. Taylor finds some room, and he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, now there's a flag on All's house.
A little extracurricular activity going on down there after the play. So West Noble puts the first points on the scoreboard tonight with that run, that 1-yard run by Taylor, 5'7" senior.
Well, having Taylor has definitely perked up their offense, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's really injected some energy into that offense, it looks like. So now is the penalty assessed on the kickoff, or?
They'll assess it on the kickoff.
All right. So the PAT will be attempted out there by number 32, and I don't even see him on my score sheet here. Or is it 30? Yeah, it's 32. And it's up and good.
He doesn't exist.
Apparently not. 7-0, West Noble with the early lead in this ballgame. 5:13 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with the West Noble kickoff right after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
All right, we're back at Lakeland High School. West Noble will be kicking off from the 45-yard line in Laker territory after the penalty was assessed on that touchdown play. Kick is in the air. It's going to be short.
Deion Marshall.
And it's fielded by Marshall. He takes it over the 15-yard line down to close to the 20-yard line before he's hit and brought down.
Tackled by 28 and 45 from West Noble. 28's Mark Day and 45's Aiden Zavala.
So the Lakers are battling from behind here. See what they can do on offense in their second possession. Fumble on their first offensive possession gave the Chargers some pretty good field position on the Laker 40-yard line, and they were able to score from there.
Yeah, Malivon's in.
Malivon, the lone step back.
Jet sweep, fumble.
And a fumble again, and it's covered up on the 15-yard line by Lakeland.
Yeah, tried to run a jet sweep and didn't get a clean handoff.
Is it a slippery ball, or is it just...
I don't think the ball's slippery.
Probably not yet. Might be later in the game when it's a little more dew out there.
Yeah, the dew gets on the ground. It shouldn't be slippery yet. It's just a bad handoff.
Shifley comes near sideline. Lone setback is Malivon. Pass
Pitch.
over the left side. And I believe that's Shifley.
That's a nice tackle by.
Yeah, he was met right away.
I don't know who.
A little bit of a gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Lakeland. Shifley bringing the play out.
The announcer said that was 18. Peter Bradley, the inside linebacker, came all the way. Of course, that is the short side of the field.
Well, the Lakers have a 3rd and 9 facing him now. Isaacs takes a snap. Pass over the middle. Wide open is Marshall. And did he catch it? No, they waved it off. So it's incomplete, and they'll bring up 4th down and 9 for the Lakers, and they'll force them into a punting situation here as Jaron Fry comes out on the field to punt it away to West Noble.
Yeah, he was open.
Definitely was open. A good pass. Fry will be punting from his own 5-yard line. 3:42 to go in the first quarter. Fry's punt is in the air, spiraling punt. Lands at the 35-yard line, and that's where it's going to be downed, actually inside the 35. So once again, West Noble will have good field position on this possession.
Have 3:35 left in the first quarter.
7-0 West Noble. Both teams looking for their first conference win tonight.
The first quarter for the Lakers hasn't gone the way that Coach O'Shea had planned. They just can't seem to get out of their own way.
Their offense has been a little discombobulated to begin with. Here goes Taylor again. Springs free all the way down to the 20-yard line before he's hit and brought down.
Deion Marshall, number 9.
Ball will be spotted at the 21-yard line, a 1st down for West Noble. I could see why they'd missed that guy, Taylor.
Yeah, he's physical. I'm not sure Deion hit him. I think he may have hit Deion.
Deion's not huge by any means. What is he, 5'10" and 150?
Probably about 140 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't think he's 150, but put some coins in his pockets.
There you go.
Or quarters to his physical. Put rolls of quarters in there.
Hand off again to the workhorse, Gustavo Taylor, and this time he's brought down after a gain of only about a yard.
Looked like Japheth Dominguez was in there on that play.
2nd down, and we'll call it 9.
This is a big defensive stand here. They can't.
Yeah, you don't want to be down 14-0.
Well, the Chargers, if they get a couple scores here, they're going to be feeling really good about themselves, and you really don't want that.
Handoff goes to Taylor. Taylor finds some running room, and he's going all the way for the touchdown.
2:24 left in the first quarter.
So the Chargers put 6 more points on the scoreboard here in the first quarter, making it 13-0, pending the outcome of the PAT. And Lakeland's kind of dug themselves a hole here in the early going of this football game.
Yeah, you got to keep a team that's 0-6. Got to keep them down where they're 0-6.
That's right. And he splits the upright, so it makes it 14-0. We'll be back with the West Noble kickoff right after this 1-minute timeout.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, managing broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store.
And Burlew grabbed the football on the kickoff and immediately went down. Ball will be marked just short of the 25-yard line. So the Lakers will go from there on offense.
Yeah, Lakers need to get something going offensively here. We need to flip the field position wise. We played the entire first quarter right here.
Right.
This end of the field.
And we're getting down to just 2:22 now to go in the first quarter. Lakeland down 14-0. Handoff goes to Malivon. Can't find any running room. Gets it up to about the line of scrimmage before he's hit brought down.
Number 60 on that tackle, I believe. Kevin Lara.
So a loss on the play. It's going to bring up not a loss, about a gain of
gained a yard maybe.
Yep. Second down, we'll call it 9. Minute 49 out to go in the opening quarter. Cole Shifley splits wide to the near sidelines. In motion, handoff or fake handoff to Marshall. And on the keeper, Colton Isaacs is brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle by number 33, Braxton Pruitt, whose brother was the star player in the team last year, Brandon, who's playing for one of the service academies.
Wow.
So they had a Division I football player last year.
Well, that's cool.
Which definitely helps you go 10-1.
Definitely, yeah. Well, you said they had like 3 or 4 players that really carried the team last year.
They had some really good football players last year. And they all were nice kids, too.
Good.
All were nice kids.
So a 3rd and 9 for Lakeland. Back to pass is Isaacs. He unloads over the center, and it's pulled in by Burlew. Good pass and a good catch by Mark Burlew. And he takes it all the way down to the 37-yard line before he's brought down in West Noble territory.
Tackle by number 3. He was running right down the seam. I didn't see the route. I was watching the action in the backfield.
Lakers ready to go again. The pitch comes this time to Malivon. We have the play blown dead by the officials. Allsouth's got the pitch, but
they weren't really quick. I think they weren't set.
So it's going to be a procedure call on the Lakers.
A little change up there. We went from under center and ran a quick pitch.
Yeah, that's the first time I think I've seen that this year.
Well, they run
from the Lakers.
They run a couple quarterback sneaks from under center. I'm not sure I've seen them run a
pitch from like that.
Run a pitch from. Which the timing for a quarterback, it's a lot easier to do that from under center than it is from shotgun.
That does make sense.
Now they're back in shotgun.
Moravi's down the backfield. Now we got another call.
Yeah, both teams are clapping, so.
And we know it's not offsetting penalties.
Call on the Lakers.
Oh boy, another procedure call.
This crew we've had several times in the past, and I'm not sure they like Columbia blue.
That's a former coach's opinion anyway, right?
That white hat and I have had more than our fair share of discussions about his judgment. Unfortunately, he has the whistle and the flag. I've never seen the win.
For some reason, he always wins, right? So another 5 yards marched off on the Lakers, and that brings the ball all the way back to the 47-yard line now. So it's going to be first and or about 20. We'll call it 19.
End of the quarter.
And the first quarter comes to an end with West Noble leading 14-0 over Lakeland. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this 1-minute timeout.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to ihsaatv.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty is a full-service auction and real estate company serving northern Indiana and Michigan. We offer our clients years of combined experience, honesty, and trust, which gives you results.
At 1600, I am 15 now, but I'm once again, but it gets 1600, 25, now 30, now 25, 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 60, now 25, 25, 35, 85, 75, 85, 75, 85.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. We sell the earth and everything on it.
Both teams back out on the gridiron as we begin the second quarter of play. Lakeland down 14-zip as we start the second quarter here.
You have to get half of this. Well, actually, you got 3 plays to get a first down here, so if you can get 5 yards at a chunk.
Isaac's under center again. This time he hands off
That'll
to
work.
Alsaus. Good run by Alsaus. He gets them half of them back, like you said, Coach. Gets it back to a little past the original line of scrimmage, or right at it. So it'll be second down and 10 for the Lakers.
Tackles by number 21, Adam Nelson. So this is better. Second and 10, much easier call play than first and 25.
I'm sure. Isaac's under center. Pitch goes to Alsaus again. Gets a good gain on the play as he's knocked out of bounds right around the 30-yard line.
Tackle by number 3, Hunter Foreman. They found something on the outside they like there.
It's good play by Lakeland, and now they're facing a third down and 3, a long 3 for the Lakers.
Now this is 2-down territory. They have 2 downs to get this 3 yards.
Right. Rabies and Alsaus in the backfield. Alsaus gets the call. He takes it down to around the 25-yard line. That's plenty of enough yardage for the first down for the Lakeland Lakers.
That warms the heart. That was a good old-fashioned ISO play.
Cool.
Good old-fashioned ISO play. Put the fullback on the play side linebacker and
away we go, huh?
Yeah. Spit flying everywhere. That's the way football's meant to be.
First down for Lakeland at the West Noble 25-yard line. Once again, Isaac's under center. Deuce in the backfield. Hands off to Marabies. And he's hit right at the line of scrimmage as he tries the left side.
Number 36 in on tackle.
Randy
Villanueva.
14-0. West Noble leading here with 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first half. This time Berlew
shotgun.
back in the shotgun. As Isaacs fakes the handoff, he'll roll right side, looking downfield, looking for Berlew, and he catches it.
Touchdown.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Good execution that time by Isaacs and Berlew to get the touchdown.
He was looking for Berlew all the way. Berlew crossed the formation. He was on the right side and ran. He was on the left side and ran all the way across on a post pattern, and Colton was looking for him the entire way.
So the Lakers hit the scoreboard with 10:04 to go in the first half. And here we go, Coach.
Yeah, my favorite play. Oh, look at this.
Oh, it's a direct snap to Marshall, and he passes it into the end zone to Alsaus for the 2-point conversion.
That's
pretty impressive.
That's worked twice this year.
Yeah. Or Troyer.
Yeah, that was Owen Troyer.
Owen Troyer with the reception in the end zone.
Sophomore long jumper.
I bet he's excited.
You know, the sad thing is that the Chargers saw that on film, and I'm sure they worked on it this week. It still worked.
The execution was there for Lakeland, but West Noble.
You don't have to be smarter than the other coach. You got to be smarter than a 15-year-old.
Yeah, good point. So we'll keep it right here. 10:04 to go. West Noble to go in the first half, I should say. West Noble up 14-8 now, as the Lakers convert a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Jared Fry has it teed up on the 40-yard line as we get set for the kickoff. Kicks in the air. Low line drive is fielded.
Number 3.
By Hunter Foreman.
This tackle.
Still on his feet up to midfield and beyond, and he's out running everybody. Oh, good.
He got tripped
Open
up.
field tackle there by, who was it, 21.
Who is 21?
Caleb Sellers? That was a good tackle.
Caleb is back from his collarbone, huh? I didn't know that.
Good tackle. Diving tackle, tripped him up from behind to save the touchdown.
He broke his collarbone in the scrimmage.
Wow,
So
that is a quick recovery.
He must have been drinking a lot of milk.
That's the way you heal it up. Snap is taken by the freshman quarterback. Once again, Taylor with the carry. He's finding all kinds of room, and he's going to find the end zone again.
Yeah, good answer by West Noble. Exactly what the Lakers and Coach O'Shea did not want.
28-yard run to the house by Gustavo Taylor.
At 9:44, going second quarter. Those are the things that drive coaches nuts. You go down a score, you bring it to 14-8, you feel good about yourself. Then you allow a long kickoff return, and then the first play they go in and score.
PAT's good again for West Noble, so that'll make it 21-8. As West Noble answers that Lakeland touchdown in a hurry.
Yeah, so any momentum Lakeland had from scoring that touchdown just went kaput.
We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this 1-minute timeout.
You have a story to tell. It may be your product, it might be your business, or it may be the biggest day of your entire life. You have a story to tell, and we want to help you tell that story. Ripcord Media Production.
Owen Troyer. And we're back. Kickoff by West Noble after the touchdown, fielded by Owen Troyer, and he brings it up to the 45-yard line, or 35-yard line rather, in Lakeland territory.
This crew definitely does not waste any time in between the kickoff and the...
They don't. Boy, they're moving it right along.
We need, our sponsors want them to slow down.
Yeah, no kidding. I thought we need one of those red hat guys or something.
This
up
game
here.
could be, like at 7:36, we might be out of here by 8:30. Who knows?
Yeah. Snap is taken by Isaacs.
Ball's
he loses the football, and let's see who's got it. Looks like West Noble
has it.
West Noble recovers at the Laker 35-yard line. Tough game so far for the Lakers. They'll mark it at the 36-yard line.
I don't know. Maybe Coach Mayorder has a bucket of Charger House fish for this officiating crew or something. Let's get this game over with.
Yeah, they seem to be excited.
Or Letty's Tacos or something.
Yeah, there you go. Or both.
Yeah, that's a good combination.
Yeah, tacos and
Charger fish and Letty's Tacos.
Handoff goes to Gustavo Taylor again, and he takes it down for another 5-yard gain right around the 30-yard line. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for West Noble. Clock ticking down, 9 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, I think the initial hit on that was from Caleb Sellers because that hit came from the outside.
Freshman quarterback takes a snap, hands it off to Taylor.
Offensive line's getting a nice push there.
Taylor has a first down as he takes it down to the 25-yard line before he's hit and brought down.
I think I had Sellers playing corner.
And this is his first game back, right?
This is his first game back.
"21-8 is our score. West Noble leading Lakeland, and they're moving the ball once again. Handoff this time goes, or Yates on the keeper, it looked like.
There's a tackle by 26, Mr. Marabes.
Gain of about, 3 on a play. Call it 2nd down and 7.
Let's see if the Lakers can get a stop here. And
trying to think whether they've even passed it. No, they did have one pass, didn't they? Yeah. Yates with the pitch this time. Right side, it goes to Taylor. He's breaking some tackles, and he's finally brought down just shy of the 15-yard line.
Well, Evan Clark's doing a nice job turning that in, but Taylor's making some nice cuts. The cutback player's got to pick that up at the line of scrimmage.
He's definitely quick.
He's quick. I guess there's a reason Monty was excited by him being back.
Well, I would think so.
He had a little twinkle in his eye.
Can sure understand that. This kid's talented. 3rd down and 2. West Noble breaks out of their huddle. Yates in the shotgun. Lone setback is Taylor. He gets the handoff. Looks for room up the middle. This time the Lakeland defense was waiting for him.
Yeah, he didn't hit that hole real hard. You need 2 yards. You need to roll those pads forward and make yourself a hole.
So it's going to be a 4th down and short now for West Noble. A big stop here for Lakeland.
That was a nice push by Alex Pelham, who's playing nose on that play.
They plug that hole really well. See what West Noble has up their sleeve for this 4th and 1 situation here. Deep in Lakeland territory at the 15-yard line. Snap is taken. Handoff, looking for room, and they did. Good stop by the Lakeland defense that time as they put Taylor on his back for a loss on the play, back to around the 19-yard line. So a good stop for Lakeland.
That was important. That's a big swing there, because they would have went up 28-8. That's a little bit different than 21-8.
Now it gives the Lakers a chance to put some more points on the board here before the end of the first half. Splitting wide right is Shifley. He'll be the only wide out. Snap is taken under center. Handoff goes to Allshouse. Can't find any room over the right side, or was that Moravies?
Yeah, that was Allshouse. They ran a power that time, kicking out the defensive end with the fullback.
Gain of a couple of yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 now for Lakeland. Clock ticking away. 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first half. This time, Shifley comes near sidelines.
It's under center again, out of the eye.
This time
same play this direction.
Allshouse comes over the left side this time. Gets close to the first down yardage. We'll see where the where it's marked. It's going to be a little bit shy.
Good old-fashioned power run. You all the linemen block down. You kick out the defensive end with the fullback, and you jam the tailback up in the hole.
Well, it seems to be working pretty well for the Lakers up to this point. Under center again is Isaac. This time it's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be really close to that first down yardage. In fact, I believe he has the first
gave
down.
It to him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Lakeland.
Yeah, we got Malivon back at tailback.
So Malivon was shaken up a little bit earlier, working with one of the trainers, right, Coach?
I believe so.
So maybe he had a little cramping going on or something. I don't know, but he's back in there.
Now they're back in shotgun.
Isaacs takes the snap, looking for Malivon, hands off, and Malivon with
He
loses
fumbled the
the football, but right there to pick it up was Marshall.
Number 9, Deion Marshall. We have the dropsies tonight.
I tell you, like a greased pig out there, greased pigskin. 2nd down and 3 now for Lakeland. Nearing the 4-minute mark to go in the first half. Lakeland down 21-8. Isaac barking out the signals.
Jet sweep.
He'll
He
hand
didn't
off
have a hold of that ball again.
Wow, he almost lost the handle. That was Marshall. And he's tackled for a loss on the play. They're going to mark it down at the 33-yard line.
I would like to see that jet man get a little faster motion.
3rd and 7 for Lakeland. Big 3rd down situation facing the Lakers here.
What you're trying to accomplish on a jet sweep is that the motion man is so fast that he's outside the defense before the defense can react to where the ball is.
Isaacs looking over, and pass incomplete, almost intercepted.
Threw that into a crowd.
So it's going to be 4th and 7 now for Lakeland. What are we going to do here, Coach?
They're going to punt.
Yep, the punting team comes out on the field.
I don't think you have much of a choice here.
No, it's too deep in their territory.
You don't want to give them that field position and give them. They go up 28-8.
Exactly. Jaron Fry will be punting from right around his own 20-yard line.
Looks like number 3's back.
Number 3 is Hunter Foreman. He's a lone running back. And he takes it over the 40-yard line where he's met by 4 Laker tacklers. And his forward progress will mark the ball right around the 42-yard line.
That Owen Troyer had a nice tackle there to be the first one hit.
He was the leader of those.
The leader of the pack.
Yep, the 4 Lakers that were in on the tackle.
Well, we got to get a punt. We don't want to give up a score here in the last 3 minutes of the quarter.
Defensive stand here, very important for the Lakeland Lakers. 3 minutes exactly showing the clock here in the first half. Lakers down 21-8.
Jet sweep.
Snap is taken.
15, and he slipped and falls.
And that's going to be a loss for West Noble back inside the 40-yard line.
Maybe it is getting a little wet out there.
I don't know. It seems like they're all having some problems, either holding on to the football or that time slipping on the grass. 2nd down, 13 now for West Noble.
We got some ground squirrels around here. Maybe one of them reached up and grabbed him.
You got him trained right, Coach.
just don't grab the Columbia Blue.
West Noble back out, ready to go. And a whistle. Timeout's called by West Noble. We'll take one also. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School. West Noble leading 21-8 with 2:13 to go in the first half. Back after this.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Furrock May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Furrock May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations, and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with a knowledgeable funeral director, Lowell or Brian May, licensed funeral directors who help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved ones. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at furrockmayfuneralhome.com. Back to action, and once again tripped
nice
up
play.
for a big loss on the play.
Evan Clark, that's a great play by an outside linebacker. He stayed home. Stayed home, picked up the reverse.
Big defensive play that time by the Lakers and Evan Clark. 3rd and 19 now for West Noble. Still get it back and have a chance to score here.
Yeah, so many kids get wrapped up. You know, they get yelled at to chase the ball, and they want to chase the ball all the way across the field. Here's a middle screen.
Yates on a pass on the screen.
This may not be
got
good.
A flag.
Oh, we got a flag.
But Taylor took it all the way up to the 40-yard line in Laker territory. We have a flag all the way back on the other 40-yard line.
Holding.
And it's going to go against West Noble. So that's a big
big
break.
Monty might throw his Steelers hat he's wearing.
Is that what he's wearing?
He's got on a Steelers hat.
All right. I like the Steelers.
Yeah.
I like the Bears, but I like the Steelers. They were originally like the minor league team of the Bears. Did you know that? Little history lesson.
Were they really?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew
long time
that.
ago. They were like, they weren't a professional team. But. 3rd down and 25?
Yeah, Monty usually works the refs pretty good. He knows everybody, can tell a story and knows everything what's going on, and he usually charms them out of a couple penalties every game.
So he has that advantage.
He does.
Hand off by Yates to Taylor, and he's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Mark Berlew.
Berlew leads his team in tackles too, and solo tackles. And
Lakers trying to save some time to see if they can get a score before halftime.
4th down and 21 yards to go. Timeout called by Lakeland. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this timeout.
Shine LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, managing broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
West Noble will be punting it away with 54 seconds to go in the first half, and a chance for the Lakers here in the waning seconds of this game. Punted away there by Hunter Foreman.
They set up a wall at the sideline.
Picked up by Marshall. He takes it up to midfield where he's knocked out of bounds, and the Lakers will take over from there with 45.6 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, they got decent field position and a little bit of time to get some points on the board before halftime.
Got some timeouts to burn here if they need them, which they probably will. 40 ball marked at the 49-yard line in Laker territory.
We got Malivon in the backfield.
Snap is taken. Isaacs drops back, passes over the middle into a bunch of traffic intended for Marshall. Fortunately, that one wasn't intercepted. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10 now for Lakeland with 40.9 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm not sure if Colton's actually making his reads or picking who he's throwing to before.
It seems like that would be easy for the quarterback to just kind of have in mind where he's going to throw it and can't change his mind. Isaacs back to throw. Gets some pursuit. Berlew finds himself open. And he's getting to the touchdown.
Touchdown.
Caught it around the 15-yard line, and Berlew took it the rest of the way in. Under pressure, a good throw by Isaacs. And Berlew was able to run under it and take it in for the touchdown. That's huge, Coach.
33 seconds. I was watching the trips up at the top, but I think they ran a hitch and go down here at the bottom. Because the quarterback plane stopped, and I don't know why else he would stop and unless he thought he was running a hitch.
So the Lakers will be kicking at this time. Jaron Fry with Shifley holding for the PAT. Ball is down, the kick is in the air, and it is good. Line drive kick through the uprights by Jaron Fry. And then we've got a ball game. 21-15 now is our score from Lakeland High School with 33 ticks on the clock to go in the first half. We'll be back with the Lakeland kickoff right after this timeout. And once again, the officials are moving the game right along here.
They have a dinner date.
They must have.
It would be nice if we had that replay board and I could actually see what that route was, but I'm pretty sure it was a hitch and go by Mark Berlew, because that corner plane stopped. And
yeah, that was great play by
fumble.
Ball
fumble.
Loose on the ground. And taking it
I don't think he can return that.
I don't think so. It's dead on the recovery. Maybe it is. He picked it up in the open field, took it in. Caleb Sellers playing his first game back after being injured with a collarbone injury. Takes it in on the fumble recovery, and the Lakers could take the lead here. What a turn of events here in the last 33 seconds of this first half.
Turn of events.
Wow.
I'm still not sure he can pick that up.
Well, they
take it in, but
it didn't used to be, I know, but that's, yeah, like I said the last time I was broadcasting football, the rules were a little bit different.
Yeah, have to check my rule book.
Jaron Fry's kick this time is blocked.
Jaron Fry.
Jaron Fry, not Jared. Jaron Fry's kick is blocked, and so we'll remain tied with 24 seconds to go in the first half, and we'll keep it right here. And we'll take a short break here, and I'll remind you that Lakeland Title Company, 208 South Detroit Street in LaGrange, is your full-service title and escrow closing agent serving Northeast Indiana. Their staff has a combined 85 years of experience in the title and escrow closing business, and they're TRID, know before you owe, qualified. Lakeland Title is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and is proud to be a sponsor of Lakeland Laker football. For all your title and escrow closing needs, contact Lakeland Title at 260-463-5044 or stop by their office on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. So, Jaron Fry has it teed up, and we're ready for the kickoff after the touchdown to tie this ball game up at 21-21. Run back by West Noble up to the 27-yard line before Benton brought down there. Colby Knox was the return man. Number 15, a 5'10 junior, brings it up to the 27-yard line, and that's where West Noble will take over with just 18.1 seconds to go in this first half. Lakeland, after being down 21-8 late in this first half, was able to come back and tie it up in the last minute of this first half. Pass is complete. Good yardage on the play up to the 45-yard line. And that is Colby Knox, again, a 5'10 junior, taking it up to, they're going to mark it right around the 44-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for West Noble with 11.3 seconds to go now in the first half.
I'm trying to look up the rules.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I'm doing, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, I know. It used to be like dead right there, but that obviously has changed. Handoff this time goes to Taylor, and he's hit just over the 45-yard line. So that'll bring up a 2nd down, and we'll call it 8. And that'll do it for the first half of play here at Lakeland High School, unless we have a penalty. Referees discussing something down there in the field, and Coach Mayhorter's all the way out on the field discussing it as well. And I don't think they're talking about fish, Coach.
You never know with Monty, though. He could be talking about fish. He
give
probably,
us one
after
more
this
play.
last 3 minutes of this quarter, he may want to go out for fish.
We'll throw, yeah, that's true. We'll throw some more fish on the plate. Well, no, he couldn't talk him into whatever he was trying to. So they're going to head to the locker room, and the first half is in the books here at Lakeland High School in this battle between the West Noble Chargers and Lakeland Lakers. And we're all tied up at 21-21. We'll be back to talk about this first half right after this 2-minute timeout.
Every man in here, make the commitment, lay it all on the line. Let's go to work.
Back at Lakeland High School, and Coach, I think what we just listened to, you were the one that caused all the commotion, right?
It must have been. I think the Lakers got to be ecstatic because it was that 4th down stop where West Noble was up 21-8. if they would have made a first down, they had the ball, 20-yard line or so.
Right.
That would have made the score. If they would have went in and scored, that would have made it 28-8. And now we're at 21-21.
Unbelievable.
So,
I mean, with 54 seconds, I was thinking, okay, well, maybe Lakeland can get one score before we go into the locker room at halftime. But boy, that was a real big turn of events there in that last minute of the game.
I'm sure the corner on this side, on our side of the field for West Noble, is getting a little chewing because
tongue lashing.
You have 54 seconds left, and what do you think they're going to do with the ball? They're not going to throw a hitch. If they throw a hitch, you come up and tackle it. You gotta keep in front of your receiver. And,
so basically, it's a prevent defense.
Yeah, that's what they should have been in. It's probably what the coaches were yelling from their sideline. But he's over here on our sideline. Maybe he didn't hear it. And maybe he's a sophomore, and sophomores just don't do some very smart things sometimes.
It's right at that age where. Yeah.
But the darndest thing, you watch football on Saturday afternoons and Sunday afternoons, and you watch guys who are getting paid money make the same mistakes that 15-year-old kids make, and I always find that just astonishing.
Yeah, and we consider that inexcusable when they're getting paid money and they're still making those mistakes.
You would think.
But it does happen.
We are all human, and there's a lot of things that happen to go on football intellectually that people probably aren't aware unless they really have played football. And
looks like they're honoring the young football players down there. A lot of Laker blue, their uniforms. This is
they got the 7th and 8th grade and the Laker League out there, I believe, the elementary team, elementary tackle teams.
Sure, that's exciting for the kids to be honored here at halftime of the Laker game.
Yeah, that's always a good day. There were times in the past where we actually gave them a hot dog and a Pepsi too.
That's cool. Well, it's first half, Coach. I tell you, it didn't look too good for the Lakers to begin with. West Noble came out, grabbed the momentum right off the bat, scored an early touchdown, and Lakers couldn't seem to move the ball on offense, and when they did, they make a mistake, either with a fumble, and so they really kind of turned things around then.
Well, that fourth down play, fourth down stop was the whole change in the game there, and then West Noble kind of went to sleep there on that long touchdown pass, and then obviously didn't secure the ball. So now we have a 21-21 game, and you got an 0-6 team and a 1-5 team, and at times this has looked like an 0-6 team and a 1-5 team playing.
Well, this is one of those games too where Lakeland's going to be glad to be getting the kickoff in that. Being kicked off too in this second half, I would think.
Yeah, see what kind of momentum they can get. Maybe they can get a score on, and West Noble remember that they're 0-6, and
they got to be feeling pretty good in the locker room.
Oh, they've got to be feeling real good in the locker room, because they were about 6 inches from probably going down 28-8.
That's right.
And now we're at 21-21, so they've got to be. The momentum obviously is on the Laker side going into the locker room, and see how they play it when they come back out, and see how the Chargers respond. They're 0-6. They just gave up 2 scores within a minute, and be interesting to see how they come out. Are they going to come out ready to play? Or are they going to come out flat and say, "Oh, here we go for 0-7"?
Well, you mentioned, Coach, at the beginning of the game, Coach Mayhorter had run a trick play. What was it, an end around?
Yep.
And maybe see some of that in the second half.
Well, I'm sure he's going to pull out everything that he can. They may be drawing in the dirt over there if there is any dirt. I don't think there's any dirt over there, but
he'll find a board or something.
Maybe get some chalk on the track.
Yeah, there you go. So what's Coach O'Shea talking about to his team in that locker room, do you think?
Well, they're keeping them up, telling them what a great job that they've done there, and You got to keep your head. You got to make your adjustments, whatever adjustments you have to make, because you only have 10 minutes to do that, both offense and defense. But he's got to be excited. Kids have got to be excited. But you got to keep that a little bit level, because you can't. You get too jacked up when you come back out, and then you're jumping off sides and dropping balls and those sorts of things. But good things make teams feel good about themselves.
That's
and when
right.
you feel good about yourselves, you play better football.
Yeah, and Lakeland certainly turned it around that last minute of the first half and ended up tying it up 21-21 is where we are at halftime here. And we'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this timeout.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty is a full-service auction and real estate company serving northern Indiana and Michigan. We offer our clients years of combined experience, honesty, and trust, which gives you results.
At 1600, I have 15 now, but I'm on the game, but it gets 1600. Now 30, now 25, 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, get out 35, 35, 35, 85, 75, 85, 75, 85.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. We sell the earth and everything on it.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, managing broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
We're back at Lakeland High School. Jerry Hostetler along with Keith Thompson. Yes, we're at halftime. 21-21 is our score. Great first half. Good come from behind by Lakeland to tie it up in the waning moments of the half. And Lakeland's pursuing, so is West Noble, their first conference win. And when we look at the conference, Coach, Lakeland's going to have their work cut out for them over at Fairfield next week as Fairfield leads the conference. In fact, they're undefeated overall, 5-0, and they're 2-0 in the Northeast Corner Big Division.
Yeah, they better hope it doesn't rain next week, because when it rains on that field, it smells like a sewer.
Oh no!
No, it's just
yeah,
horrible.
That's right. It's kind of down in the bowl.
It's down in there, and
yeah.
I know they filled that in with green muck or so.
Wow,
it's gross. But I don't think it's supposed to rain. I think it's supposed to be 68 degrees. So.
Wow, yeah, it's supposed to be warmer than it is tonight. You're right.
But Matt Thacker has those. 3 years ago when he took over that program, I kind of wondered what he was thinking, because it was in a really bad place at that time. And his first season, he went over, and they were not very good. And then last year, they made it to the sectional championship, although the Lakers did beat them. I will remind you of that. The Lakers beat them out here.
Let's see, who was coaching the Lakers
I don't
last
know
year?
Who was coaching the Lakers last year? He had most of those kids were coming back this year, and Matt's just done a phenomenal job with getting that program back,
turning it around, right?
And they just run the option. They run various types of options, and you're gonna have to button up your chin strap, and there's gonna be snot bubbles all over the place, and you're gonna have to play disciplined football, because you're gonna you have the 3 phases of the option, and someone's got to be assigned to each phase, and you got to remember who's got dive, who's got quarterback, and who's got pitch, and sometimes people forget which one they have, and then you got a player running down the field.
So focus will be a major asset next week.
It's kind of like playing the wing T team. You got to have everyone has a job, and you got to trust your teammates to do your job.
Not to change the subject, and I'm going down a rabbit trail here, but when I was given these starting lineups, and I noticed when I was putting it together this afternoon for Coach Mayhorter, he's got some names that I'm not sorry, Coach, you're going to think I'm dumb maybe, but Scorpion and Bandit, normally you have linebackers and you have safeties and you have defensive backs. What's he talking about with a scorpion and a bandit?
The scorpion and a bandit are his two outside linebackers. They're playing a 4-4.
Okay.
So there's two outside linebackers, but you give them different names so you can communicate different jobs to them. So if you want to blitz, if you want to blitz the scorpion, you have, however they do it. Usually we use rhyming words, or use states or something like that start with S to let him know that he's supposed to go on that play, and then you have another acronym so he knows which gap to go through.
I see. Interesting. Over the years, I guess I've never run into that, so I thought I want to get that cleared up tonight. So
that's the outside linebackers are usually a lot of people name all of their last year we had our two outside linebackers were Sam and Will. Sam's on the strong side, Will's on the weak side, so they know which side to go. And then you have the Mike backer, which would be the strong side inside linebacker, usually on the tight end side or the most receiver side. And then you have the buck backer, which is the backside backer, is why it's called the buck backer.
Okay.
Who's away from the tight end usually. So you give them different names, so then you can communicate different coverages and so forth with them.
Interesting. So that's our football schooling for
football
tonight.
101.
Yeah, there you go
for the day.
Interesting. Anyway, getting back to what were we talking about before? Oh, the conference. Yeah, Fairfield leading the conference, and of course Lakeland has to face them next week. Garrett's in second place. They're also undefeated, 2-0 in the conference, but they're 2-3 overall. And then Angola is 2-1 and 3-1 overall. Yeah. So Fairfield's a team to beat in this big division of the conference.
Yeah, Garrett hasn't played Fairfield. I think. Well, I'm not sure who Fairfield plays tonight.
Fairfield plays no, they played Angola.
They
That's
played
right.
Angola. Oh, they played Garrett.
Yeah.
So Garrett should be also 2-1.
Yep. And that's at Fairfield too.
Unless Fairfield wheels fall off.
Yeah. Or maybe the field's wet over there tonight.
Yeah. Well, it probably is a little bit wet.
Probably.
And you got to walk a long way from the from the locker room, and
Yep.
At least there you don't have to walk through the crowd.
Oh yeah, a lot of schools.
I absolutely Angola you have to walk through the crowd. Even here somewhat you have to walk through the crowd. I absolutely.
You just don't like that.
I hate that especially if things haven't gone well and you're mad and you come off and there's
people say
there's kids in the way and
you need a tunnel. That's what they have in college and pros, I guess. We'll be back with more. In fact, we'll be back with a kickoff of this second half right after we take one more time out here at halftime. 21-21 is our score. Lakeland and West Noble all deadlocked as we begin the second half of play here in a few minutes. Back after this.
The Lighthouse started as a community collaboration to impact families that have a need for childcare within our state. The Lighthouse Center is going to be located in Ashley, Indiana, in a community center building.
Superior Rigging and Erecting in LaGrange is a proud sponsor of Lakeland High School athletics. Lakeland grads and former Laker athletes Jared Weimer and Scott Harshberger love serving their community and always hold a special place in their hearts for Laker athletics. See Jared and Scott at Superior Rigging and Erecting just west of LaGrange on US Highway 20, or call them at 260-336-3225. Good to have you along tonight for Lakeland Laker football. And things didn't start out very well for the Lakers, but I tell you, they turned it around late in the second quarter. And we've got a tie ball game going into the second half. 21-21 will be our score, and Lakeland will be receiving the football.
So it's gonna be a mad dash to the finish here.
Probably will be. I tell you, we've been talking about this Gustavo Taylor since after you had talked to Coach Mayhorter. I think that actually came up earlier this week where he said he was going to have this kid back, and I was anticipating maybe a little bit of a difference in their offense, but holy cow, he's totally changed it around.
I told you, if your name is Gustavo and you play for West Noble, you're good. I don't know how that works over there, but.
So, how many? Like every year they have a Gustavo.
It seems like every year they have a Gustavo. Usually they're this, 6'3", 225-pound monster kid, and
right.
Obviously he missed that. He missed that calling, but
I tell you, he's only
he can run.
5'7" and 130 pounds is what they
150 pounds.
50 pounds, yeah. Their quarterback's 130 pounds, or at least that's what they have him listed. And actually, that freshman quarterback's looked pretty decent tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, he's mostly handed the ball off, but seems to be running the offense pretty well.
Yeah, he's supposed to be good. He's supposed to be a player.
Good athlete and
their
future quarterback.
Yeah,
probably.
he's hopefully going to grow for them at some point.
Well, he's only a freshman, so how old would he be? Like 14?
Yeah, he'd be 14 or so.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know. West Noble's had some freshmen in the past who were like 18. But
that could happen.
No, that's happened a couple times, I think.
I'm sure. Both teams coming back out onto the football field as we get set for the second half here. As I mentioned earlier, the Lakers will be receiving the football to begin this second half, and a chance to take their first lead of the evening.
Kicker's number 86.
And I could remember his name, but
he's a tall kid.
Yeah, it's Braden Barth. He's only a freshman.
6'4", 150 pounds. He better go to the Charger house and get some fish.
There you go. It looks like he's been there already, maybe.
Oh, height-wise.
Well, yeah, height-wise.
Better get some potatoes.
Yeah, get
some French fries.
Meat and potatoes. Short kick, and it's fielded by Owen Troyer. He drops it, picks it back up, and he's brought down at the 35-yard line. So that's where the Lakers will start their offense here in the second half.
Tackled by number 3. Let's see if the
He's
Lakers.
Been involved a lot. Hunter Foreman, a 5'9" senior.
Yes, he has. Let's see how fired up the Lakers are coming out the moment. It's a Chinese fire drill trying to get
no kidding.
Holy cow.
What's going on here? Milivon's coming back out of the ball game. Allshouse on.
He's limping a little bit.
Burlew's coming out. And I saw.
They must be coming out in the eye would be my.
Oh, okay. McBride went out. Went into the ball game.
Yep, they're under center in the eye. I did like the way that looked.
Handoff goes to the second man through. Is that Allshouse?
And it's Allshouse.
And he gets it up to the 40-yard line before he's hit and brought down by a host of Chargers. I think making the initial hit there was Randy Villanueva. It's up over the 40-yard line. It's marked down just shy of the 41. Second down, and we'll call it a long 4 for the Lakers. Shifley splits wide left side.
Yeah, they're in a pro set now.
Yep.
Under center.
In the backfield. Ball drop, picked back up by Allshouse. Bounces right back up into his breadbasket, and he takes it down for a couple of yard gain on the play.
He better go play the lottery. That ball bounced right back up.
It did. It was perfect. Right back into his lap. Milivon limps back onto the field now, and Burlew comes in. Allshouse coming out along with McBride.
Yeah, it seems like whenever the Lakers are in that pro set, they're running that little toss, and when they're in the eye, they're running either an ISO or a power. Now they're out of shotgun.
Snap is taken. Colton Isaacs gets the first down as he tries the left side and is able to get about a 4-yard gain on a play for Colton Isaacs. 1st and 10 Lakers. Ball will be marked on the 48-yard line. Just underway in the second half. All tied up at 21 apiece.
I do think the offensive line seems a lot more aggressive when their quarterback's under center.
Does that make sense? I guess it would. Maybe.
Yeah.
Shotgun. Isaac's on the keeper. Has good yardage over the left side again.
Gain or so.
He gets it up to the 45-yard line into West Noble territory. It's going to be marked down right at the 46-yard line.
That's not a good spot.
Really, it looked like they went backwards. 2nd and 4 for Lakeland. Shifley this time will split wide left.
Yeah, let's see if it's going to be an ISO or a power.
Line in the backfield.
And it is.
Handoff goes to Malivon, looking for yardage off the left side. He's hit at the 45-yard line, and that's where his forward progress should take him. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3 for Lakeland. Big 3rd down here for the Lakers in this drive to keep it alive.
I'm not sure Malivon has enough lead in his britches to run that power.
Yeah, that's more Morabies or Allshouse, maybe.
That's right up Allshouse. Allshouse wants to go find some people to hit.
Yeah, I bet he is, big as he is. Isaac,
Hitch,
pass, or rather,
he slipped.
Yeah. Pass was intended over here on the left side, or right side, rather, for
got 4th
Shifley.
down. Well, they're going to go for it.
Allshouse coming in. Malivon comes to the sidelines. McBride back into the ball game.
They're going to go to out of the eye here, I bet you.
Shifley splitting wide left. And you're right, Coach. They're going to go to the eye.
That's either going to be a power or an ISO.
Handoff goes to Allshouse, and he's got the first down yardage. So he's tackled right just short of the 40-yard line.
Oh.
Ooh, bad spot.
I thought he had
it. Wow. Looked like he had it. They turned it to first down, but I believe
that's the other way.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I thought for sure. I thought for sure he had that.
It did look like it from here, but then maybe our angle's a little bit different. But
no, I'm sure my angle's right. I told you.
You always have the right angle.
This white hat. These guys are getting fish after this game. No doubt in my mind.
Good old Charger fish. Shotgun. Pass by the freshman off to the left side.
Oh, stop. Why did they stop? I don't know.
Yardage on the
Just
play.
Run.
Waiting for him to pass. Colby Knox is knocked out of bounds at the 50-yard line. They're going to mark it down around the 48-yard line in Laker territory, so it's going to be 2nd down and 2.
I'm being told on my phone that was actually a good spot. So.
And this is a Laker fan?
Yeah, one of my former assistant coaches is telling me that was a good spot.
Well, our camera probably has a better shot of it than we do. First down yardage.
Bryce better. Come on, Bryce.
By the freshman. Their quarterback, Drew Yates, on the run, gets the first down. So I guess I'll give a shout out to Melanie Grossman, who's doing stats remotely.
Doing stats remotely in Illinois off of our broadcast.
All right. Well, I appreciate the work that Melody's done. Melanie's done this year.
If the stats are all screwed up this week, it's my fault. I'll just take the blame.
You're her assistant. Yeah. The run to the right side, was that a jet sweep? I didn't pick up the whole play, but...
it was a sweep to the tailback, I believe. Yeah, it was
Taylor.
Gustavo.
And he is hit right at the line of scrimmage.
I believe Dion Marshall was
in
that tackle from a safety spot.
Dion coming up to make that tackle. 2nd down 10 for West Noble.
Old Neon Dion had a knee injury earlier in the week. They weren't sure he was going to play, but
he's doing pretty well today.
Seems to be doing fine.
7:11 to go in the third quarter. Handoff, good defense that time by the Lakers. We have a flag coming in.
We have a ball loose.
Ball loose, and it's fallen on by Lakeland on the recovery. So that wasn't a flag. It was trying to mark the ball, was it?
It was a beanbag.
Beanbag, yeah. So the Lakers take over at the 45-yard line in their own territory after the fumble recovery.
Now, my prediction would be the first team to score in this half is going to win this game.
Well, we'll see if that pans out.
If I were a betting man, which I'm not.
Okay, we'll see what happens, Coach. Snap in the shotgun. Colton Isaacs gets it to Marshall, and Marshall's getting out of bounds around the 30-yard line, but we have some laundry on the field.
We have a block in the back on Marabees, I believe.
Ouch. That'll bring
Still
her back.
Be a first down.
Well, there's 2 flags. One down in holding territory and one in blocking a back.
Illegal man downfield.
Oh, okay. And you're thinking of blocking a back.
Blocking a back. Something happened. I saw out of the corner of my eye, which usually that's what officials see, and they throw out a flag thinking something happened.
Right. That's a holding.
The referee over here looks like he's about 12.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Young man.
Kind of like the cop that pulled me over a couple weeks ago. You should have to go through puberty to give a license or to give out a ticket.
He was probably more scared than you were.
Yeah, well, it was in my own parking spot. I mean,
that's terrible. So they're going to mark it at the 40-yard line? Yep. Bring out 1st and 15 now for Lakeland with 6:53 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was a nice play. If it weren't for the...
It weren't for the penalty, huh?
Weren't for the penalty. Quarterback,
Isaac, he on the keeper, takes it left side. Yeah, and he's still free. Gets the first down and more as he's over the midfield mark down to around the 35-yard line before he's hit and brought down there.
Nice run by Colton.
Found some running room. Good blocking by the Lakers. And a big first down for the Lakers.
Lakers did a nice job sealing off the edge there.
Shifley bringing the play out. Man, he'll split wide right.
But usually with West Noble, they're going to. Looks like they're playing a 3-man line here, but usually they got 4 down.
Single setback, and now we're going to have a timeout.
Yeah. Usually they're going to stuff the inside with their linemen. So if you can get ahead on their outside backer, there's all kinds of room to run on the outside, especially if the safety's slow coming up.
So you're looking for some kind of outside run here?
Well, outside runs seem they've always seemed to struggle against the outside run and against options, especially on the pitch. Mm-hmm. They've struggled in the past. But they sell out their linemen to fill all the gaps on the offensive line, and then their outside linebackers got to contain. And if you get a head on him, there's no one that has contained.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see what happens here. A timeout was called. Did that come from Isaacs or did that come from the sidelines? It looks like he backed up and. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they've been running a lot of different personnel groups in and out, which, with high school kids can get confusing at times.
Right. Allshouse back out. Live on the sidelines. So we got Marabies and Allshouse in the backfield. Isaacs in the shotgun, takes a snap.
Pass.
Looks
Throwing deep to
downfield.
Burlew again.
Burlew.
Oh, that was a nice play.
Broken up. Excellent defense that time. 21.
That's his now. I was waiting to see if I could read his number.
Adam Nelson called his name earlier. Yeah, that was a good defensive play.
That was a nice play. He turned just at the right time and found the ball.
2nd and 10 for Lakeland from the West Noble 35-yard line. Shifley splits wide right. Marshall wide left, along with probably, who else is out there? Burlew.
You got Marshall and Burlew.
Malivon finds some running room this time, and he has enough. Well, I won't call it too quickly because it sometimes backfires. It's going to be real close to the first down. I'll put it that way. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1 yard to go.
I thought Malivon looked pretty good in that play. Ran hard.
Yeah, he did. Turned the Jets on after he took the first 5 or 6 steps and got some good yardage on a play, but not enough for the first down. 3rd and 1.
This will be a quarterback sneak. Nope, no, it won't be a quarterback sneak.
Movement on the line, so they'll mark off 5 yards on the illegal procedure on the.
You get a yard. You get a yard to go, and those offensive linemen are like starving sharks. They just want to get off the ball and go hit somebody. And sometimes any sound you make, they're jumping.
3rd and 6 now for Lakeland. Ball marked at the 31-yard line.
That's one of those things that people yell at offensive linemen for jumping off, but they're always being get off the ball, get off the ball, get off the ball, get off the ball. Same thing with defensive linemen. Say you got to get off the ball fast, and then they jump off sides, and people are yelling at them. So.
Tell you got to be locked in, don't you? I mean, you got to be on your toes the whole game. Isaac splits wide or goes right side on the roll, and Marshall was tackled as the ball was in the air, so that was pretty obvious there.
The timing was a little early.
Yeah, I think so. So that'll bring up a first down for the Lakers.
He was there to make the play. He just got
He was wide open. Oh, you mean the defender?
The defender was there.
Yeah, he was.
He just got a little
anxious to make that tackle, huh? So the ball will be marked down at the, still going, 15, 14?
15.
Mark it down at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Lakers. 4:49 to go in the third quarter.
Is that spot right?
I don't know.
It seems awful long.
It does.
I'll take it, but
yeah,
Coach O'Shea would definitely take it.
Wow. Shifley under center, or not Shifley, Colton Isaacs. Handoff goes to Alshouse. Breaks a couple of tackles over the left side for a gain of about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Lakers. Yeah, it's more like 2nd and 8, I believe.
Yeah. You would think the linebackers, West Noble linebackers, will start to dial in a little bit because out of this I formation, you have 2 plays that we run.
Yeah, it seems like they start keying in.
And then we go out of pro set, we have 1 play.
Malivon in the backfield now.
This is going to be a quarterback. Yep.
Isaac takes it around the left side, has first down yardage, getting close to the 5-yard line before he's brought down.
But then again, it does. All you have to do is no more than a 15-year-old.
That's true.
You just got to be smarter than a teenage kid out there playing outside linebacker.
They'll mark the ball down at the 3-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Lakers.
Yeah, 3:44 to go in the third quarter.
Lakers come out of their huddle inside the 5-yard line. Colton Isaacs takes a snap. It's quarterback keeper, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakeland. The Lakers take their first lead of the evening, 27-21, pending the outcome of the PAT.
3:30 to go in the third quarter.
Big touchdown for the Lakers here. Battled all the way back from a 21-8 deficit in the first half to take the lead here in the second half.
Yeah, Laker offensive line had a nice push on that.
Jaron Fry's kick is up and good. 28.
All right.
21 is our score.
We'll see if I should play the lottery.
Back right after this.
Night to Shine is a prom for those with special needs 14 and older, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and held worldwide on the same night every February. LaGrange First Church of God is honored to be a host church for this amazing event, celebrating 5 years this coming February. We would like to thank the businesses who give so generously every year to make this night possible. We truly could not do it without your support. We also want to thank the hundreds of volunteers who served that evening. Be sure and check out our Facebook page at Night to Shine LaGrange, Indiana on how you can get involved and help be the light.
Kick is in the air by Fry, and it's fielded by Colby Knox, I believe. Yep, he takes it up to right around the 25-yard line.
This is a huge series right here.
See what the Lakers could do on defense here.
Let's see. It'll be interesting to see how West Noble responds to that. They're up 21-8. Now they find themselves down 28-21. Got to be some doubt.
Yeah, if you've just joined us, the Lakers have battled their way back late in the first half from a 21-8 deficit, and now scoring to tie it up, and now they've scored to take the lead. Taylor again, Gustavo Taylor, and
he runs. He's got first down.
Wow, this keeps going.
A 150-pound kid just dragged about 4 Lakers.
Wow,
10 yards.
Unbelievable. It looks like he gained another 5 yards after that big hit on him. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for West Noble on the run by Gustavo Taylor.
He definitely runs a lot bigger than 150 pounds.
Definitely. Drew Yates, the quarterback, in a shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looks over the middle, can't find anybody there. Now scrambling. Looking, comes back with a pass, and hit from behind was Hunter Foreman. Wow.
That was a freshman throw. He set that kid up to get hit by Isaacs there. Isaacs is just waiting for him.
Said, oh good, here it comes.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass.
Yeah, receivers don't like to be hung out to dry by their quarterback.
No, I'm sure they don't.
They also broke the rule. Rule number 1: quarterbacks never throw back into the into the middle of the field.
He's been watching NFL football.
He'll figure that out sooner or later.
Tackle for a loss on Taylor.
Yeah, you watch Patrick Mahomes. He does that all the time.
That's exactly the guy that I was thinking. Yep. But he can get away with it.
Well, he can get away with it. He makes more than.
Yeah,
he makes more than everyone who lives in town LaGrange.
Probably. Third down, 11 now for West Noble. They're operating on their own 35-yard line. Yates in the shotgun again. Quick pass over the middle. Overthrows the intended receiver, Hunter Foreman.
They had him open. I don't know if he would have got the first down, but he was open.
He rushed the pass. Yeah, he was open all right. So that'll bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for West Noble.
So that was a good defensive stand for the Lakers. That was a big series for West Noble, and they couldn't quite get that first down.
Minute 59 to go in the third quarter. The Lakers have a chance to extend their lead here.
Bad punt.
Short punt. It's going to roll dead at the 47-yard line. So Lakeland will take over from there in pretty good field position. (28-21), the Lakers lead it. They'll have a 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
Like this situation, I just line up in that eye and just pound it at him.
It's been pretty effective. And
Malivon's in the game because All's house is over here on the sideline.
Get some liquid refreshment down
We'll
there.
see what happens here.
Mraby's in motion. They'll give it to Malivon. Malivon with a decent gain over the left side. About 3 yards on the play for Malivon.
Yeah. That's the same exact play. They're running out of the eye. They're just running it out of shotgun and putting the fullback in motion to kick out the end. It's the same play.
Malivon limps to the sideline again, but he's been limping all night, but hasn't played that badly if he's hurt.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Right. Under center is Isaacs. He'll hand off to Allshouse. Allshouse with a good gain, and he has another 1st down for the Lakers as he takes it down inside the 45-yard line.
He runs that really hard.
He does.
And offensive linemen just love that. They love backs that run that way. Gets them all excited.
So they make better blocks.
Oh, they play harder, and they just love that stuff, and especially if you promise them donuts in the morning.
That's a secret, huh?
Oh, you bring any offensive any food whatsoever, and they're going to block for you.
The Foltz or Tom's?
I don't think they care.
It doesn't matter.
It does not matter to them.
It's a donut. It's a donut. Allshouse with a carry again. He takes it down to the 40-yard line before he's hit and brought down.
Someone's a little slow.
Somebody's shaking up down there in the field.
That's Josh Golden.
So he'll be tended to by the staff here at Lakeland. And we'll take a break. 27.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, managing broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes.
Fur May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Fur May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with knowledgeable funeral director Lowell or Brian May. Licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at furmayfuneralhome.com. And we're back at Lakeland as Golden is helped off the field.
Yeah, Josh missed the first couple games with a knee injury, and looks like he probably tweaked that again. So Evan Clark.
Taking him over to the training table. Yeah. Check it out.
Evan Clark will start the first couple games at that left tackle position.
2nd and 7. Rolling is Isaacs, and he hits his receiver, Marshall. 1st down yardage inside the 25-yard line before Marshall's pushed out of bounds. So another 1st down for the Lakers as they continue to move the football here in the third quarter.
That's the play they got the pass interference on last series.
That was the same, yeah.
Yeah, same play.
First and 10, ball marked at the 26 in West Noble territory for Lakeland. Isaacs back in the shotgun. Alongside him is Malivon. Keeper. Isaacs, left side, finds a little running room there before he's tripped up and brought down short of the 20-yard line.
He's got to work on his high step. He would have working on his high step. He'd have been in the end zone.
That's what it's all about with these running backs, or when you're running that football. And time expires here in the third quarter. And our score, Lakeland with a 28-21 lead over West Noble. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter of this ball game right after this 1-minute timeout.
Always shining brighter into others. Here at LaGrange First Church of God, we always try to put light into dark places by loving and caring for one another. We all have experienced hurts, habits, or hang-ups, but we serve an almighty God who cares for us and loves us. And He can do immeasurably more than we could ever ask or imagine. If you're interested in connecting with us, check out our app, our website, or find us on Facebook. We hope to see you Sunday.
And we begin the fourth quarter of play. The handoff goes to Allshouse. He takes it up close to the 20. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Not much of a gain on the play for the Lakers that time.
Now the Chargers read that pretty good. They got some penetration, and fullback didn't get the cutback, or didn't get the kick-out block.
Allshouse coming over a little gingerly off the field. Berlew splits wide left. Shifley wide right. Malivon in the backfield. Gets the, nope, that's a keeper.
Touchdown.
Touchdown for, yes, he did. He made it to the goal line, I think, or maybe didn't quite make it in. All right, Colton Isaacs on the keeper, took it around the right side, took it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark it down right about the 2. So it'll be 1st and goal for Lakeland. We're about a minute into this fourth quarter here. Lakeland with a 7-point lead over West Noble, 28-21.
That time the outside linebacker came in on the dive and forgot he had the quarterback.
Isaacs under center on the keeper, and touchdown. He takes it in. Yep, now we get the signal. Touchdown for Colton Isaacs and the Lakers. So they take a 2-score lead now. As Jaron Fry will come out to try the PAT as Lakeland up 34-21.
26 straight points by the Lakers.
Yep, it was 21-8. Now it's 34-21. And we have a timeout. It's going to be called by Lakeland.
I don't know if they didn't have enough people out there, or Jaron needs a little break. I think he was a little shaken up there.
Yeah, he does. Took a little time. We'll remind you that Lakeland Title Company at 208 South Detroit Street in LaGrange is your full-service title and escrow closing agent, serving Northeast Indiana. Their staff has a combined 85 years of experience in the title and escrow closing business, and they are TRID, know before you owe, qualified. Lakeland Title is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and is proud to be a sponsor of Lakeland Laker football. For all your title and escrow closing needs, contact Lakeland Title Company at 260-463-5044. Stop by their office on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. So after the timeout by Lakeland, both teams back out on the field, and we're ready for that PAT attempt. And it looks like we're going for two.
Yeah, Jaron's over here cramping and needs to drink some pickle juice.
That's all. Is that what you had down there on the sidelines?
I don't know if they have it on the sidelines, but they have jars of pickle juice in the refrigerator. I can tell you that.
There you go. And it's going to be a keeper again. Yeah. It's slipping down at the 5-yard line. Couldn't get it in for the conversion was Colton Isaacs. So the score remains 34-21, and Lakeland will be kicking off to West Noble.
I don't know if pickle juice actually works, but sometimes you just tell kids it works.
Well, it kind of makes sense because it's got some sodium in it, and it's water. And
potassium is the big thing for cramps.
That's true.
Is there potassium in pickle juice?
No.
I don't know.
My mom would probably know that.
So someone text me and tell me if there's potassium in pickle juice.
There's got to be a mom out there that knows that. 34-21 Lakeland with the lead. Jaron Fry leads his team out on the gridiron to kick off to the Chargers after the touchdown. So our engineer, Dan Byler, who by the way is very intelligent, pulled this out of his brain. He just happened to remember it from like 8th grade science class, that there was, well, what did you say? 181 milligrams of potassium in pickle juice.
In a cup of pickle juice. I don't even know what a milligram is, so.
Well, that was pretty impressive, Dan. That was really quick, and appreciate that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Dan, you can't hear him on air, but our engineer, Dan, yeah, he said that Siri helped him out with that. So
Siri's probably drinking pickle juice
right now, even as we speak.
At the Charger house, eating fish.
And we have a full moon tonight. Looks like it's shining right here in the booth, straight ahead of us. Freshman quarterback Yates, boy, he hits Colby Knox for the reception. Gets it over midfield down around the 48-yard line. So Yates with a good pass that time. Looked like he was a little off balance when he threw it, but got it into his receiver, Colby Knox, for the first down.
He's handled himself pretty well for a freshman.
He sure has.
I thought Garrett's quarterback was a freshman. We played him, and I was really impressed with that kid.
Shotgun, Yates takes a snap, rolls left, looks, ball tipped, and falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 now for West Noble with 10:06 to go in this ball game. Lakeland enjoying a 34-21 lead after being down 21-8 in the first half.
Let's see if the Lakers can dial up. Morgan Moore can dial up a blitz here, and if he's going to throw the ball, get some pressure on him. I have a feeling this is going to go to Gustavo, though.
Gustavo in the backfield. He's been their only running back tonight, I believe. And he will get the call.
Oh,
and he's hitting the backfield.
Miggy from the backside.
Miggy and
Mark Berlew.
Yeah, Berlew was in there in the tackle. Berlew's the second leading tackler for the Lakers coming into tonight's game. He led them in solo tackles. Trying to think who the league
is.
Allshouse. Yeah, 29 tackles coming in.
As big as Miggy is, he does have a quick step. He is an athlete.
All 300 pounds.
All 300 and change.
They're down 12. Snap to Yates, goes right side with it, and the catch is made. And that was number 42.
Nice tackle by Shifley.
Noah Doobie. 4th down and 6 yards to go, and West Noble will be going for it as they are in Laker territory. And they're down 34-21. late in this ball game.
We must have Cherubusco coach Paul Sade listening to us.
Oh, that's right. He didn't have a game today.
He didn't have a game today, but he says, "Why send me an article why every athlete should have pickle juice."
That's pretty funny. Tackle for a loss on the play as Yates on the keeper. It might have been a broken play. And so that will turn the ball over to the Lakeland Lakers at the 45-yard line.
So Lakers need a nice long drive here to take some time off the clock.
So a lot of handoffs to Allshouse. Maybe Marabies will be involved.
Yeah, Marabies will be kicking out the end. They can figure out which personnel grouping they want.
Shifley comes near sideline. He'll be the lone wideout.
Yep, they're in the eye. This is going to be an ISO or a power.
Under center is Colton Isaacs. And the handoff goes left side. They'll bring down Allshouse right around the 46-yard line. As the clock ticks away with the 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this ball game.
It's like West Noble's doing a better job of playing that. You got to take on that fullback at the line. Actually, it'd be nice if you take him on a yard beyond the line of scrimmage.
Berlew putting on a helmet as he enters the field. He'll be split out wide left with Marshall. Back in the shotgun is quarterback Colton Isaacs. In motion is Marabies.
That same play.
Handoff goes to Malivon, and he's knocked out of bounds. I believe he got it over midfield before he was pushed out of bounds.
That's not where the spot is.
Nope, it's not. It's on the other side, like the 49-yard line on the other side of the field in Lakeland territory. Third, and we'll call it 6.
This is a big down right here.
So what do you call here, Coach?
I'd go back to that boot play they hit Neon Dion with last series.
Let's see what happens. In the shotgun is Isaacs, fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass downfield, rolls right, passes in the air. Berlew's open, and he's got the reception, and he's going in. 5 touchdown for Mark Berlew. Well executed, and the Lakers take the score to 40-21 now on the touchdown as Isaacs connected with Mark Berlew again.
That's the same play they ran earlier, and he hit Berlew looking for him all the way coming from the backside.
Beautiful execution that time.
Wasn't the same boot play I was thinking of, but it was a boot play.
It was. He called it. Jaron Fry will try the PAT. Snap, the kick is in the air, and it is good. And the Lakers have taken a 20-point lead now over the West Noble Chargers, 41-21, with 7:35 to go in the ball game. We'll be back with the Laker kickoff right after this timeout.
Shine LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
And we're back at Lakeland. Jaron Fry has it teed up. Kick is short, end over end, picked up at the 35-yard line, brought up over the 40-yard line by the West Noble return man, number 44. That would be Efren Salas. Or maybe Aiden Zavala. Efren Salas is who I have as number 44. So ball marked on the 40-yard line. West Noble 1st and 10. chasing 20 points here as Lakeland has come back in this ball game to take a 20-point lead over West Noble. Low snap picked up by Yates. He pitches it to Taylor, and Taylor finds some running room, and he's going to go all the way with this. Down to the 20, 15, 5, and he's tackled short of the goal line.
Owen Troyer with the
good
makeup
hustle.
speed there.
Whew. Owen came out of nowhere and made the tackle inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark it right at the 4, so it'll be first and goal now for West Noble. Yeah, I thought, sure, Coach, he was going all the way with that.
Well, that right there is why I'm excited for Owen Troy to run track.
I bet so, too.
Unfortunately, his freshman year got taken by COVID.
Oh, yeah, so next spring.
Yeah, hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's hope so. Oh, a fumble on the pitch to Taylor, but he falls on it. But it's going to be a loss on a play back around the 11-yard line.
I really don't know why kids are cramping tonight. That's kind of odd for
for
seventh
cool
game of the
as it
season.
is.
I don't know why.
Well, when it gets cool too, maybe you don't drink as much because you don't think you
well,
need
they're
the
all at
liquid.
home virtual learning, probably sleeping until 3 o'clock.
Well,
Who
there
knows
you
what
go. Who knows, huh?
what they're doing.
So it'll be second down and 11. Pass over the middle, short, incomplete. Ball marked on the 11-yard line. Third down, goal to go.
They got to prevent that slot from having an inside release. He was open.
The pass was just thrown at his feet, and it was short and incomplete. Rushed a little bit, I guess, the quarterback was.
He's a freshman. He's excited.
That's right. So once
Give it to
again,
Gustavo. That's what I would do.
rolling left side. Receiver,
He's
once again,
down.
a low pass, and it skipped in to the. That'll bring up 4th and 11 now for West Noble. Oh, that was a complete pass.
It was completion, but his knee was down. Sometimes
Gotcha.
play
So he was-
callers, forget that it's, get the ball to your playmakers. Get the ball to number 20. We have all
Especially
these
down, yeah, I mean.
we got these big play sheets, and that with 500 plays on there, and sometimes just get the ball to your stud.
4th down, 7, and West Noble, or Lakeland calls a timeout. I think it was Lakeland. 5:39 to go in the ball game. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, managing broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
And we're back at Lakeland High School. 41-21 is our score. Lakeland leading. 5 minutes, 39 seconds to go. Ball marked at the 4-yard line. 4th and goal. Or is it 7? Sorry. Yes, it is the 7-yard line.
Maybe we need to figure out how many milligrams of potassium are in charger fish.
There's probably a few milligrams of potassium, yes. Back to pass.
Oh,
knocked
nice
down
break
by
up there by
Marshall.
Dion.
Yeah, Marshall got a paw in there, knocked the ball away. So the Lakeland Lakers will take over on their own 7-yard line.
It's always great to get a goal line stop, but then the problem is you get the ball in the 7.
Yeah, that's always fun.
And
especially for the quarterback.
As a play caller.
Yeah, you're sitting back in your own end
like,
zone. Yeah.
So what do you call? Power.
power. Yep, give it to Olshouse and let them run.
That's what I would do.
First and 10 from the 7.
Yep, they're in the eye. Here we go. Quarterback sneak.
And it is. Isaac's on the keeper. Takes it up to about the 10.
I do think I told you the offensive line running that eye. They're a little more aggressive tonight.
And it looks like your what was it? Your guess on who was going to win this ball game if they scored.
I'm gonna have to play the lottery and stop and
on your way to the bank to deposit your check tonight.
Stop at the BP tonight and
grab a lottery ticket.
Pick up a lottery ticket. Yeah.
Hand off over the left side, I'm not seeing who.
We have
off
a little
the pile.
We have a little testosterone being shoved around out there.
A little skirmish going on.
Yeah.
3rd down and 7. 4:25 as the clock counts away in this 4th quarter of play.
See if he comes back with that boot again.
I think Jaron Fry's hoping that he gets out of there. Doubt if he wants to punt it deep in his own.
They got an eye.
Snap and pass is
going
to be
he dropped
incomplete.
He
Marshall had it, but dropped it right at the 25-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 7. And
I don't know if number 3 got his hand in there on that, or see if we had that replay.
Yeah.
On the scoreboard, I can tell you, but.
Well, next year they'll have a replay. So Jaron Fry is in his own end zone. He'll be punting away from right around the goal line. 4th and 7 for the Lakers. Fry gets it in the air, gets it off. Good line drive punt, and it's going to go out of bounds short of midfield. In fact, it's going to be right at the 41-yard line. So the Chargers will take over with good field position from there, but they're going to have to dig their way out of a big hole here as they're down 20 points with 3:55 to go in the 4th quarter. This, of course, is a last home game for the Lakers this year as they finish off their season with Fairfield next week, and then what is it, Bluffton?
Bluffton.
A little trip down south of
Drive to
Fort
nowhere.
Wayne. Yeah.
They have a beautiful facility, though.
Do they?
Beautiful facility. Turf field.
So it's worth the drive.
Well, I'm not driving there.
Yeah. Tackle in the backfield for a loss.
Nice play by Berlew.
Berlew came flying in there. Another solo tackle for Mark.
2 years ago, we played there for the first time. First time I've ever even been to Bluffton, and it was the coldest night. It was rainy.
Oh my!
And it was so cold I couldn't feel my hips at the end of the game.
Well, that's because you had your shorts on.
I
probably.
did not have shorts on for that game.
All right. 2nd and 12 for West Noble. Snap back to Yates. Yates looking over the left side, completes the pass.
It's a nice tackle right around there.
Right around the original line of scrimmage. Good open field tackle. Who was that?
That was Owen Troyer.
Owen.
I think.
Yeah, it was. Number 30.
Les Isaacs was over there.
I saw Troyer running away from it, so I'm pretty sure he's the one that made that tackle.
We'll give it to Owen. Colton's had enough tackles in his career.
Chalk it up for Owen, Melanie. 3rd down 10.
That's a pass. Yep.
Oh, some movement up front. So it's going to be a false start on the West Noble Chargers.
Offensive linemen are on their heels. It's a pass. They're tired.
So they don't call that illegal procedure anymore, right?
Yeah,
that kind of fell by the wayside, or
that should be illegal procedure.
They call it false start. It seems like all the time.
Illegal procedure, whatever it is.
Yates over the middle, intercepted. Into the hands of Owen Troyer on the interception. He gets it to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and he's finally brought out of bounds at the 37-yard line after the interception. That should do it, Coach. 2:08 to go in the ball game, and Owen Troyer comes up with a pick. Takes it all the way back to the 36-yard line in West Noble territory.
If we had Dandy Don up here, you know what song he'd be queuing up. We probably can't say that. It's probably not socially acceptable anymore, is it?
Probably not, but we remember those good old days, right, Coach? I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, Howard Cosell having an extra muscle in the
yeah.
calf.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Colton Lysick sends his offense back out. He's in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He'll hand off to Malivon. Malivon finds some room over the left side before he's bounced out of bounds.
Let's get a first down here and run out the... No time ran off that clock. Who's the clock runner around here?
It was 2:08. I think it ran down to what? Yeah. It should have run down more than that. 2:03 to go. Second down and 8 for Lakeland.
If they want to get to Grossman's after the game, they better get that clock running.
Yeah, that's going to be closing up here pretty soon.
I guess that's not Grossman's anymore.
No,
Romer's after the game.
Yeah, Romer's.
Well, I taught both of them, so I don't know if it matters.
They won't get too mad. Malivon can't find much running room there. In fact, he's tackled for a loss. Brings it back to around the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit beyond that. So it's going to bring up a third and around, well, they're going to bring it to the other side of the stake now. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Lakers.
Dial up a nice safe play here.
Clock ticking away now, under a minute and a half to go in the ball game.
You know, punting isn't always a bad thing.
That's true. Don't want to force anything. Isaacs
That
takes a
quick pitch
snap, and he's going to roll left with
holding.
it. We have a flag, and there's going to be a holding call.
Holding on Malivon.
On the Lakeland Lakers.
Got to keep your hands inside your cylinder.
It'll be declined by West Noble, so it'll bring up a 4th down and 9 for Lakeland. And they'll bring Jaron Fry out to punt. Where are they?
Yep.
Punting unit comes out. Minute 5 to go in the ball game. Lakeland up 41-21 over West Noble. And it looks like the Lakers are well on their way to their first of the year and their second win overall.
I suppose you could have just run a power there. It's not, punt. You could always run it back.
Spiraling punt's going to go into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback for...
Unless the returner's standing at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's true.
Not quite sure why he was there.
Don't know. Nonetheless, West Noble will take over at the 20-yard line with 41.3 seconds to go in the ball game.
So they have 41 seconds to score 22 points.
That would be...
that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be I'd say would be considered a miracle, probably.
I don't know. Lakeland scored 14 points
in 54 seconds.
54 seconds.
That's true. Freshman brings his team back out again. Yates, a quarterback, the freshman. He has Taylor in the background, who's been their star tonight. And now we have movement again. And it's going to be an infraction against the Chargers again on the illegal procedure, false start, whatever. They'll mark it back to the 15-yard line now. It'll bring up a 2nd and 15.
Nights like this, if you're on the winning side, this is good weather. You're nice and warm. If you're on the losing side, especially if you're that guy over there wearing shorts, it gets cold. when you're on the losing side, it
Oh,
gets
I'm
cold.
sure. Handoff goes left side, and who else? It's Taylor, and he's tackled for a loss. And that might do it.
That's Jaron Fry, I believe.
Fry getting up slowly. He's had a little bit of a rough night. Done well, but shaken up a couple of times. And that looks like it's going to do well. They'll have to get a snap off here. Or will they? Well, they still have some play time. Or, clock play time. Back to passes, Yates. And he'll hit their other quarterback, and that's Derek Sloan playing a receiver. And that'll do it as the Lakeland Lakers pick up their second win of the night, or of the season. And their first conference win of the season.
We had a doubleheader.
That's right, doubleheader tonight.
Let's play two.
Yeah, 41-21 is our final score from Lakeland High School. And Coach and I will be back to wrap things up right after this 2-minute timeout.
Always shining brighter into others. Here at LaGrange First Church of God, we always try to put light into dark places by loving and caring for one another. We all have experienced hurts, habits, or hang-ups, but we serve an almighty God who cares for us and loves us. And He can do immeasurably more than we could ever ask or imagine. If you're interested in connecting with us, check out our app, our website, or find us on Facebook. We hope to see you Sunday.
Night to Shine is a prom for those with special needs 14 and older, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and held worldwide. Night to Shine is a prom for those with special needs 14 and older, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and held worldwide on the same night every February. LaGrange First Church of God is honored to be a host church for this amazing event, celebrating 5 years this coming February. We would like to thank the businesses who give so generously every year to make this night possible. We truly could not do it without your support. We also want to thank the hundreds of volunteers who served that evening. Be sure and check out our Facebook page at Night to Shine LaGrange, Indiana on how you can get involved and help be the light.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, Managing Broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtisstocks.com.
We're back at Lakeland High School. Our final score here tonight, Lakeland defeating West Noble by a score of 41-21. Lakeland now goes to 2-5 on the 2020 campaign, and West Noble falls to 0-7 now as they've yet to pick up a win on the season. Lakeland is 1-2 in the big division of the Northeast Corner Conference, and West Noble now 0-4. Coach, a great ball game for Lakeland. A good way to finish the season at home. They still have a couple more games to play. One over at Fairfield will be a tough one next week, and of course down at Bluffton the week after. But
Bluffton's pretty good too, I think.
Yeah, perennially, I believe they do have a pretty good program down there. So, yeah, good win for the Lakers tonight.
Well, whenever you any win's a good win. I think more for Coach O'Shea. With your I don't know how to say this properly, but when your one wins against Prairie Heights, it feels much better to have a second win against a coach like Monty Mayorder. That it means a lot more. So congratulations to Coach O'Shea on getting his second win in front of the home fans, and congratulations to the kids. I mean, they were down 21-8, and it's always amazed me in football how a game can change. Because that very easily that game could have been 28-28.
Exactly.
And how quickly that can change on one play. And on that fourth down, we had the opportunity to to let them get a first down, go up 28 28, but instead we stopped them, went down and scored, and then they made a mistake there, and it's 21-21 at halftime.
Right.
And then obviously in the second half we controlled the second half. So that was good to see.
You could tell the kids had gained some confidence with that spurt that they had at the end of the first half, and they just brought that right back out onto the field in the second half, carried them through the rest of the game.
Well, that's tough to be a team that gave up a 14-point swing, or actually a 21-point swing if you think about it, with a minute to go before halftime. And maybe they were thinking about going in at halftime and resting a little bit and getting their first win. And
sure,
you never know what goes through kids' heads. But kudos to the Lakers for keeping their heads up and playing through it, and they played a great second half.
Definitely. Congratulations to the Lakers on this win here tonight. And Coach, it's been a pleasure working with you this season. It's been a while since I'd done football, so it's kind of good to get back out. I love football, and it was fun broadcasting these Laker football games, getting to know you and learning some things that I didn't know about football.
Well, some people think it's been a while since I've done football too, but I've enjoyed this. This has been fun. I'm calling up ESPN, I think.
Yeah, there you go. You can send a tape in now. We'll provide it.
Send a demo in.
Demo. There you go. You'll be hired on the spot, I'm sure. So, but yeah, thanks a lot for helping us out this year. I've always enjoyed working with either former players and especially coaches, because the knowledge that they bring to the broadcast booth is unsurpassed by anyone else, I believe. And so it was a pleasure having and working with you this year.
Yeah, it's been fun.
So that'll do it for tonight from Lakeland High School. Once again, our final score, 41-21. And by the way, this is our last broadcast of Lakeland football this year. The other two games will be on the road, and we won't be bringing you any more broadcasts from here. But the Lakers, good luck to them the rest of the way in their Fairfield and Bluffton game, and then, of course, postseason. 41-21 was the final score here tonight as the Lakers pick up their second victory of the season, and we wish them well the rest of the way. So for the final time in this football season, I want to thank our camera operator tonight was Andrew Byler. Our engineer has been Dan Byler, and Jeremy Anderson also helping with the technical aspects of this broadcast tonight. And once again, the former head coach of Lakeland, Keith Thompson, helping out with color this year, did a fantastic job. So for all of those guys, this is Jerry Hostetler. Good night, everyone.
I'll have to go find a bathroom.
Oh, I didn't read the sponsors, Dan. Sure. Tonight's game was brought to you by the following organizations and businesses. Lakeland Title Company on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. The staff at Lakeland Title has a combined 85 years experience as title and escrow closing agents. By LaGrange Church of God, putting light in dark places, located on North Detroit Street in LaGrange. Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. They sell earth and everything on it. By Intera Credit Union. Their branch in LaGrange will be opening soon. Also by Fort May Funeral Home, helping you to honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. By Lakeland Realty. When you're ready to sell your home, call broker Trent Curtis at 260-350-4477. Also by Ripcord Media Production. They are storytellers and they want to tell your story. By Coldwell Banker, the real estate group. Noel Frost Broker. Call Noel at 260-585-4112. And our platinum and halftime sponsor is Superior Rigging and Erecting. See owners and former alums and athletes Scott Harshberger and Jared Weimer for your next building project. They love serving their community and always hold a special place in their hearts for Lakeland athletics. And our individual sponsors were Brett and Melissa Bateman. Thanks to all our sponsors this year. Thanks to all